the first week of October, the Mississippi Gulf Coast plays host to by far the largest gathering of hot rods in the South. For 2022, there were well over 10,000 cars in town for this event. Think of it as the South's Woodward Dream Cruise or the West's Hot August Nights. As you would expect, there are more Tri-5 Chevys and Corvettes than you can shake a stick at. But on the Thursday of the event, if you follow the train tracks to the center of the sleepy little town of Bay St. Louis, you'll find it's the gathering spot for everything that is Mopar.
Do you ever go home?
No, I just stay here.
Well, yeah, you're not that far from
This is Robert Wolf reporting from the Mopars at DeBay, Cruising the Coast 2022 in Bay St. Louis, Missouri. Nope.
In DeBay. You said at.
Okay.
All right. Bay St. Louis, Missouri.
Missouri. This is Robert Wolf reporting. This is Robert Wolf reporting from the center of the world, Bay St. Louis, Mississippi, Cruising the Coast, Mopars in DeBay Mopar Show.
What it was, we would drive around, all you Mopars, and have to park between, I'm going to go ahead and say it, in between the bow ties and the ponies, okay? And never could park next to each other. So we decided that it would be good to have a Mopar day. The idea came from David and Danny McMillan and me sitting just talking. And we decided to try it. Later that day, we're driving back to Bay St. Louis, and David pulls into a parking lot and says, this is where we're gonna hold it, and you're gonna do it. And now we're 15 years and we're here. Regret to say that we lost Danny this year. And he stayed with us and worked with us, and he was a great promoter at the beginning. A lot of people do know, we started out by putting a chalkboard in front of Danny's car, in front of my car, when we parked at the different locations, and we had 100 cars show up that first day. We were hoping for 40 or 50, and it's grown tremendously. Danny's family is here, Miss Charlene, Miss Charlie, and his brother Charles, and they are gonna choose a car that they want the family to give to honor one of the cars in honor of Danny. So if you give, I'd like to have one little moment of silence for my friend, Danny.
Jack here, you've had this car since I'm like 15 years old. When did you get this car?
I bought it from an older fella that couldn't drive it no more.
But you bought it in what year?
1979.
All right, so when I was a kid, this was a badass car, and now I'm grown up and it's even a badder ass car.
Right.
What have you done to this thing?
I put an R3 Indy block in it.
Okay.
With a F1 Pro Charger.
So a small block.
Yeah, small block
stroker.
Indy motor, R3 block.
Right.
Yeah.
And you've been evolving the quickness of this thing ever since I've known you. So when you first got it, how fast was it?
When I first bought it, it was low 14, stock 340.
Was it? So what are you running now?
We'll say 5.0s.
5.0s?
Yeah, I don't want to tell everybody.
Okay. What are you telling everybody?
Yeah,
okay. So you got it dialed in now. You're running the big Pro Charger on it?
Yeah, F1.
Yep.
F2.
That's the biggest
F2,
one you can put on there,
and
right?
we don't have it tuned out all the way.
Okay.
Yet. Okay.
So you think there's more in it?
Oh, there's a lot more. Johnny, what you think?
It's probably got, I don't know, probably up to 1650.
The horsepower? Yeah. So, and you've got the rear end built. Who did the rear end for you?
Moser.
Moser?
Yeah, Moser. I got a Reeves transmission, 2-speed.
Right.
And Indy motor, Indy small block, 418.
Okay. Well, I'm impressed. It's a beautiful piece, man.
Yeah.
So, looking forward to putting it in the magazine for you.
All right, thank you, Rob.
All right.
Thank you.
Cruising the Coast is made up of an eclectic mix of mostly cruiser-style cars, but showing up this year in the Mopar gathering were two extremely rare factory original pieces. This original 69 440 Cuda from Texas and a Hemi RT SE Challenger from Louisiana.
You remember that one?
Yeah.
You gave me that one like, I put it on the other day. I had it on my Road Runner. And I popped it on there the other day.
Looks good.
That's crazy. You see the date on that?
I know.
Time flies.
It does, doesn't it? Providing the management structure and food for this event was the Beamer crew out of New Orleans. On the menu was homemade jambalaya and pastelaya. As promised, the city has steadily made improvements that really came together this year with new bathrooms and not one, but 2 permanent stage structures.
And we asked y'all to be diligent last year where we were going to make this depot better and bigger for y'all. And Mopar gets to christen this depot. So we're going to turn it over now to my friend and our mayor, Mike Falk.
Hey, I tell you what, it's a great day in the Bay today. Eric, thank y'all for everything you do, all of Mopar. Vic, once again, thanks for stepping up and all. You know, Joni, I can remember one time, I think you and Rob might have just got married, but you did the inauguration of the city council right down the road on the side of the railroad tracks as well. And it's no bigger honor to have you to kick off the stage, be the first to, do it. Congratulations to you and the crew and all. But once again, thanks everybody for coming out. Next year, we talk about keep growing and growing and growing. We're gonna have an opportunity to have across the street next year for parking and all. We hope to do a 5-year lease over there, settling that very soon. So next year we hope we can fill this lot up as well as everything over here. Maybe even take in the community hall down that way and have a big block party and block everything off. But once again, we hope to have a long, long relationship with y'all. This is a great event. I'm a big Mopar fan as well. So thank y'all.
As always, I find a great bunch of Mopars to feature in the magazine, and this year was no exception. If I had to pick a favorite, it would have to go to this modernized 65 crew cab Dodge pickup. Tell me about this project you've been working on.
Yeah, it's a 1965 D200 that I put on a late model chassis, a 2010.
Okay.
And I used the 6.7 Cummings engine in it, and I utilized all the electronics from the 2010 and made everything functional.
Well, not only the electronics, but you got the complete interior in there too, correct?
As well, yes sir.
And from what I understand, it's got the heating and the air going through the seats just like the truck would be.
Yeah.
So it's not like you just bolted that stuff in there.
Oh,
you
no.
went through. This thing is.
Yeah, there's no kits for anything that I did. No.
So how long did it take you to build the truck?
About 2.5 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
And did you set off wanting to do this style truck, or how did you get started on it?
It's kind of a funny story. I was in 2019. I was at Christmas time. I was watching National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, and in the beginning of that movie, they have a swept line truck. It was a crew cab, and it just flipped my crazy switch when I saw it. I said, I gotta have one. So January 17th, 2020, I'm driving to Alabama to pick one up.
Okay.
And that's when it all began.
So what kind of shape was it in when you got it?
It wasn't that bad. It was a pretty good truck, but it was literally a pile of parts that, that we just had to set on my trailer with basically with a tractor, because it was just kind of tossed on a frame, wasn't even bolted to a frame, and it was fully taken apart.
So the wheels are kind of unique. What kind of wheels are those?
Those are Black Rhino wheels. That's a company. They sell a lot of wheels you see on Jeeps and big trucks these days.
Right, but you put the Dodge hubcap on it.
Yeah,
which is kind of cool.
Yeah, I modified them. They had some kind of plastic looking bolts around them that I didn't like, so I ripped all that out and I put the stainless bolts in, and I made some little clips to attach the original Dodge hubcaps to it.
Yeah, that's cool. The other thing that I noticed is the grille doesn't look like it's original to the truck. It looks like you've kind of extended it down, or what's
actually,
different on it?
This filler panel is from the big chassis truck.
Okay,
like
so that's
a 300, 300 and up series.
Okay.
Like that didn't come on this truck, but the reason I did that is because the intercooler and the radiator is so tall for the 6.7. So I used that because, originally the bumper is supposed to be right here.
So you extended this down here, or what did you do?
I extended the fenders down, and then I had to stretch them 4 inches to be able to cover the front of everything, because the late model trucks were much longer in front than the 65.
So yeah, you look at it, you think, hey, you just put a body on the chassis. That's not the way it happened.
Yeah, that's what some people think. You just chassis swapped it.
No, it takes a lot more work than that.
Yeah, it took a little more than that.
Yeah, and the detail work, is pretty incredible in it. It's a beautiful piece. So thanks for bringing it out.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
For full features on this one and many others from this show, make sure you have a subscription to the only Mopar magazine that matters, Mopar Collector's Guide. It's a wrap for Mopars in the bay or at the bay?
In the bay.
Okay.
In the bay. Okay.
Well, that's a wrap for that's a wrap for Mopars in the Bay for 2022. Until next month, I'll see you on the pages of MCG. If If you like this video, smash the like button, and please hit the subscribe to Mopar TV so we can grow this channel. It's absolutely free.